The Adelaide and Mount Lofty Ranges region has the most diverse landscape of all regions in South Australia. Covering approximately 11,200 kilometres, it's home to 1.2 million people, almost 80% of South Australia's population. Like other regions surrounding a major capital city, urban growth has seen large farming parcels subdivided into smaller rural properties to suit a number of lifestyle landholders, mainly in grazing enterprises. In the past, many programs targeting best grazing practice management has focused on commercial farming enterprises and only to a lesser extent the smaller landholder.
My name is Melanie Bullers and I'm Coordinator of Sustainable Agriculture and Training with the Adelaide and Mount Lofty Ranges Natural Resources Management Board. I'm also the Project Coordinator for this Caring for Our Country project, Best Practice Land Management Guidelines for Small Grazing Properties. It's been funded over 3 years to bring together a guideline, get together some champions and run some workshops specifically for small grazing properties in the region.
With funding assistance from the project, property management plans were written, soil tested, liming and fertilising done where necessary, and fencing to land class commenced. The champions then hosted a number of workshops and field days to tell their story to other landholders. Participants in the workshop program all receive a copy of the guidelines and learn how to use them when planning pasture management regimes for their own properties. Together with land management consultant Andy Cole, I deliver workshops and field days for the project.
And I've been working with a large number of small landholders for many years now. I've been engaged by the Adelaide and Mount Lofty Ranges and our own board to write the guidelines for small grazing properties and to conduct a series of grazing management workshops with a practical focus. We're trying to encourage landholders to develop skills which will enable them to assess their pastures, have a good understanding of what's there and how best to control some of the weeds without necessarily relying on heavy use of herbicides. There's a whole range of different activities, in particular linking the soil fertility and understanding grazing pressure and rotational grazing. These are key aspects to managing pastures, and at the end of the day it's combining those skills so that there's an overall improvement in the quality of pasture. We promote soil testing as a key element to a good pasture management. It's a relatively simple process of coring certain sections of the paddock according to soil type or history. This gives us a really good understanding of the nutrient levels and we can then address any nutrient deficiencies. One of the key elements to getting good pasture management is to develop a property management plan.
I saw an article whereby the Department of Water, Environment and Natural Resources with Melanie were offering properties like ours grants to assist us. Hence we had major work done regarding liming, fertilising and spraying, which was fantastic, and it improved our pastures out of sight. And the main thing was it doubled our hay baling this year, because I was able then to supply the clients with their extra hay and to avoid them bringing on other hay from other areas which may contain weeds and stuff like that, which isn't good for the property. The other thing they did was supply me with a 3-year property management plan, which is so easy to follow, which I'm keeping up to date now, and it gives me a vision as to what I need to do each season comes around. And so it's just been no end of assistance. It's just been absolutely brilliant.
The participants in this project have all given us such a great response. They've all felt that it was written for them, that it was really relevant for them. They've got a much greater understanding of the whole process and what they can do and make decisions accordingly.
It's really important for small landholders to effectively manage their pastures, as they are as much a part of the landscape as larger landholders. Effective management of their properties will in turn contribute to catchment health, whether that be through efficient grazing pressure or management of fertilisers and chemicals. all with the aim to reduce off-farm impacts from these practices.
If you'd like to find out more about the best practice land management guidelines for small grazing properties, you can contact your local land care facilitator or go onto our website.